Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of the Skylanders carryon Locke channel. Today we are playing one of my overall favourite levels within the franchise, that being Cloud Breather's Crag, with some experience that's going to go to waste with Bash, unfortunately. And after the previous episode, I finally nailed it down what my headset volume should be to have a perfect balance of actually being able to hear the game as well as hear myself speak when I'm commentating here, mind you. So let's destroy some enemies, folks. Boom! Oh, I didn't know I couldn't do that from up above. But we can, however, fling it at our enemies afterwards. And magic is stronger again. We only just had this in the previous episode. Now we're having it once more. So rather than double trouble, let's swap out for a little bit of deja vu this time. Because level 2 is a bit too soon to be bringing in the overpowered might of Elite Spyro. We don't need it. It's much like the SpongeBob meme.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I 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 need it!
But rather than, of course, water, it is elite characters. I don't need them. I don't need them. So here we go. Let's destroy some things because treasure is good. Even though deja vu here is pretty much maxed out. But still, treasure is good all the same. That's going to be a legendary treasure by the looks of it, which, again, much like everything else in this game, acts differently to how it did in the previous games. In fact, legendary treasures are pretty much the one item in Skylanders that behave differently in every single game that they're in. So in Spyro's Adventure, they're purely collectible items, but they do give you a large sum of treasure, and that treasure sum is increased by 50 every level. So it's 50 level 1, 100 level 2, 150 level 3, so on and so forth. In Giants, they customize the appearance of the red yacht ship. Okay, let's take out this here thingamabob. Yeah, thingamabob is the description of as it is, so we're just going to stick with that. All the same. Deja vu, overpowered, defeating all the enemies before I even had enough time to process the enemies were around us.
I also didn't drop this food.
Yes, you did not drop a hot dog. No. Well, specifically a hot dog covered in mustard part is very important. You say then in SWAT Force you could place them on pedestals to give buffs to your Skylanders. In Trap Team they added like new aesthetical pieces to the Academy, so they customized the appearance of the Academy with set like structures. In Superchargers they were set structures that you could use to place wherever you like in the Academy, so rather than in Trap Team where it's specific places, legendary treasures instead now can customize your academy, so that now everybody's academy in Superchargers is going to be different because you utilize the legendary treasures in different ways. That's just the joys and the art of customization to begin with right there. Anyway, let's hit this right there, because if we hit these gongs in the correct order we get ourselves a nice treasure. Don't mind if we do. Just got to be careful we don't hit it too many times, because that's one thing easily done with Deja vu. Overhit it, boom, and just like that we've opened it up. That's what we're talking about. And then finally in the Imaginators, the legendary items, the legendary selfie frames, they can be utilised to put a frame around a selfie for a Skylander corresponding to the battle class at hand, and then every Skylander of that same battle class gets buffed up. So getting a legendary selfie frame for the Sentinel class, placing it in the Hall of Selfies, and then placing a selfie of a Sentinel class character into that frame, therefore buffs up every character of the Sentinel class. Yes, it's interesting how they changed up legendary treasures every single time. So interesting, in fact, that I rambled about it for the past 5 minutes. Let's just go back to the SpongeBob memes. They're clearly more interesting than I am. Okay, let's try not to die. Dying is not good, is what I'm trying to go as far as say. But luckily for me, I heal up very easily, just due to naturally how broken Deja Vu's moveset is. You saw that her double right there by being hit healed us up. It wasn't exactly hard for the double to get hit in the process, you know, it didn't require all that much skill, and we got incredibly healed up for it. Like, the healing does not correlate to the difficulty of the section, or the difficulty of the ability to take advantage of, I should say. So in other words, it's an incredibly stupidly busted ability, and when they are incredibly stupid busted abilities. We love them as they are, but when they're healing, it's even better. So healing being involved makes Deja Vu just so broken in every game she's in. In Trap Team, she just bombards enemies with projectiles and can keep her distance quite easily. So it doesn't matter her low health bar because she never gets hit to begin with. We learned that in the Trap Team playthrough. Then these later games onwards, yes, she gets hit a lot more frequently because projectiles are not as powerful as they were in Trap Team, but her healing ability gets buffed up, so she heals up even more than she used to in Trap Team, and because of that, her health constantly remains at full, because any damage you take is instantly nullified by the double getting healed up. And like I say, the double doesn't jump, it simply just follows your path, so all you need to do is narrowly avoid a projectile of an enemy or an attack of an enemy, and the chances are they're going to hit your double in the process of trying to attack you. Okay, let's take that out, which we did. That was fast. Wow. This vehicle's a bit too good for its own good. Okay, let's get up there because we can. You know, vehicle mods and all. Don't mind if we do. And for this, we have acquired a pressure reactor from the Sea Shadow. Not particularly useful to us because we're not going to be going through any of the sea sections in this game. What we are going to be doing, however, is just skipping all of that, flipping right round, baby, right round, like a record player, right round, round, round. Okay, our missile's being kind of useless right now. I don't appreciate that very much. Okay, is he dead yet? He's dead yet, sweet. And we did take a little bit of damage, but that's what we have the spanner for. Really throw a spanner into the enemy works. Even though it's more of a wrench, and saying a wrench is a bit more of a better pun, but I don't care. What is this, Ratchet and Clank with all the puns? And by puns, I mean their jokes, for jokes in Ratchet and Clank are very adult, like every single title for every single game is pretty much a innuendo of some sort. I mean, the quest for booty is not subtle. It's quite obvious what they're referencing with that title. Or, you know, what else is there? There's quest for booty, there's up your arsenal or something like that. Something involving an arsenal, which obviously in the Ratchet and Clank context is their arsenal of weapons. But you know what? Arsenal is pronounced arse. N-O. Therefore, innuendo, haha. Now laugh at the developers' jokes. I see not laughing, laugh at it already. I command it. At least that's what the developers are thinking. But that's just part of the charm of Ratchet and Clank games, the adult jokes. So we have a mod for Sky Slicer, which once again, not the most useful thing out there. We have no reason to use the Sky Slicer. We don't have Stormblade for the supercharged rules, and we aren't tackling Sky Sections period because they are not fun. In fact, one reviewer said that they really dislike the Sea Sections. Fair enough, but I personally think the Sea Sections in this game are better than the Sky ones. Yes, they control like ass, but the Sky Sections are just full of nothingness. They're so boring. I can name on my hand, on one hand, the number of good Sea Sections in this game. For the number of good Sky Sections, there is no number. The number doesn't exist. There are no good Sky Sections in this game. Even for Sky Racing isn't that good. When it comes to this game, they absolutely fucking nailed it, with the exception of the Sky Sections. So, we get a gold gate, don't mind if we do. And let's see, is the tech element going to last long? Probably not. Here in City Under the Sea. Under the Sea. I'm not going to continue singing that because I'm sure by doing so I will make your ears bleed, and I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy who goes around purposely singing poorly to make people's ears fall off. I'm not a nasty guy like that. I'm a nice guy. Yeah, 100%. No, I want this enemy to die, burn in hell! Yeah, that's what nice guy looks like. So, the dark element is stronger here. However, we don't have any dark representatives, meaning that I have to remain as man in charge until the element of the area changes to something that I have a corresponding character with. However, that does not mean that we need to stick around for this combat. I can do as I please. Which means skipping combat, because that is low risk, high reward. And we're also going to skip over the C section of this level because it is not fun. No other reason. It's not difficult or anything. It's not a threat. I just don't enjoy playing it. Simple as that. Okay, cool. Let's take out all of that. At least the bag of charge here is very clearly fully maxed out. I don't think he could get any more maxed out if he tried. In fact, I think this is another vehicle section that we can just skip over in its entirety. Oh, or we can just, I was about to say, pick that guy up and yeet him off the edge. We've got to wait for him to finish spinning first. Can we still pick him up? No, apparently he's too heavy for us to pick up. Yeah, they just nerfed this character so heavily. It's uncalled for, man. So uncalled for. Why won't you just die? Can my magnet still pick him up? Yes, it can still pick him up mid spin, which is usually when enemies are supposed to be indestructible, but not when they're dealing with magnetized magnets there. Okay, let's take him out. Sweet! And without further ado, anyone can fly a ship, but only we can crash them. It feels like Bo Peep in Toy Story 4 all over again with Keanu Reeves. And yes, I refuse to call his character by his movie name, because instead it is way cooler to name him by his voice actor, Keanu Reeves. Greatest actor of all time. So, let us reassemble the gong over here. I'm not even going to bother with the secret gong this time around, because this character's already fully maxed out, so the treasure trove will kind of go to waste with him. It's a shame, really.
You don't have to gong it off the hook.
Oh, I gonged it off the hook anyway, because I felt like it, no reason.
Someone needs to stop these Skylanders.
Yeah, but no one's gonna. But I do love this soundtrack right now. It's absolutely banging. Of course. But here comes the greatest vehicle section of all time. I cannot wait. And we're not going to be playing it with the shark tank. I'm going to swap my vehicle out in a second. But first things first, I'm going to take down this guy for looking at me. No reason. That, and also they tried to kill me, which is another like cool thing that they did. Boom! Finish him off, and now we can get ourselves out of here. But I did mention previously about a vehicle swap, so let's get to it. We're going to swap out the shark tank for the burn cycle. Now that I think about it, Magnet Charge has a wheel for a bottom half. How exactly is he operating the pedals? In fact, how is he driving period? He only has one hand. Don't tell me he's one of those folks who has one hand on the wheel at all times and one hand on the phone. He's not a phone user, is he, whilst he's driving? No, you can't be on your phone. Not only does it mean that you have less control over your vehicle at any given time, but also you have less concentration over your vehicle. Earth element, eh? Well, that means we can perform a little socky swap with Magnet Charge over here. We have to keep one of these halves, but then the other one can be either for the Rouser, bottom half, we could make Magnet Rouser, or we could do, instead, a little bit of, and because Earth is in a more advantageous situation than Air, Rubble Charge! Then again, Magnet Rouser is also VFL, but making it more likely for the Earth element to appear more often. And this here is where you know the randomness has taken effect, because usually for this section I get, well, I've had it either way. I've had it tech before, I've had it fire before. I've never had it undead though, because undead, like, no matter how much I try to make it spawn in this game, it just doesn't want to. Unless it's Land of the Undead, because I'm pretty sure Land of the Undead has one of the only, like, mandatory vehicle swaps. Not even vehicle swaps. One of the elemental areas where it's the same regardless. And that's in the Supercharger Gate, which then again I think the Supercharger Gates have set elemental areas every time, no matter what. I know that for one in the Cloud Kingdom there's tech every time, for one in Land of the Undead is undead every time, so on and so forth. Nah, not really. Boom! Told you so! I mean, our topper did take a while to come back to us right there, and at the moment my burn cycle is feeling very jolly. As appropriate, I suppose. Christmas was not that long ago. We're still in the month of January, and as far as I'm concerned, the month of November, December, and January are all Christmas. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. And here we go again. I mean, we're driving on the back of a freaking dragon. You don't get much better. Life doesn't get any better than this. It's like that song in Moana 2 all over again. One of the few songs in the movie that is stuck in my head. That and the quote-unquote villain song in that film. Every other song is just kind of like generic trash. A bit like the movie itself, really. episodes of a Disney Plus TV show stitched together, and boy, can you tell based on the pacing. I mean, Moana and Maui don't even reunite till like the hour mark, which is just ridiculous. What's the point in a sequel where your two flagship characters don't reunite until more than halfway through the film? Boom, let's take down this wall. It had to come in for looking funny. And now let's complete this puzzle because I can. I'm going to grab that because it's easy. Then let's try not to fall off. That would be great. Not falling off, that is. And boom, hit the ignition key. We were fast, we got sparks on the way, and we got a supercharger volt as the fruits of our labour right there. So all in all, was it worth it? Absolutely. Now let's get this unlocked. We've got ourselves, wait for it. Oh wow, that was one hell of a buff. We're absolutely going to take advantage of that because hats are Lego. I don't care what you say, they're not illegal, they're legal. The opposite of illegal, which makes them legal. Duh. What else would the opposite of legal be? Tuesday.
Skylanders of the dark element.
Well, if the dark element is stronger here, looks like we get to remain as rubble charged a little bit longer. Hey! What are you interrupting my gameplay for? That's just rude.
You must have a sky vehicle to enter this zone.
Yeah, we are sky vehicle-less. So here we go, some more. Where is he? There is that guy. That guy that we was looking for. Boom, boom, shake room. We're just going to keep him in this stun loop right now. Rebel charge is fun. Okay, watch out for those. Boom, 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 shake room. Oh yeah. We aren't playing as a supercharger right now, so we can't access that supercharge gate even if we want to. What we can do, however, is take advantage of this gingerbread man right now. Back up to full health. That, my friends, is what I'm talking about. And now this golem has been reassembled. Boom. Let's just take a deep breath, prepare for the insanity coming ahead, because this is a combat section. It can be a tough combat section, even as soon as the second level. So we can't go into it completely brainless, as much as I really want to, and as easy as that would be for me. It's very easy for a brainless YouTuber to be brainless in a video game. Surprising that, surprising. Okay, watch out for you. Anyway, I really hope the game stops giving me a dark section, because that would be very inconvenient of it, knowing that I haven't placed a dark Skylander onto the portal, not even once. It's supposed to tailor itself to my needs, which is Earth and Air. Remember, Air with the A-I-R. Ow, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Let's stop doing that. That sounds like a plan. A good one like that. Boom, boom. Shake it through. Oh, yeah. Oh, I do like multi-hit on them fellas right there. That's convenient. Boom, he's out here, and we can unlock the first of these leashes, I suppose. They look like petrified crystals from Swap Force. But you know what, this is the other one developed by Vicarious Vision. Some Swap Force, you know, similarities kind of make sense. They, each developer kind of like have their own vision for this franchise and directions they want to take with it. So that's why Superchargers and Swap Force are so different compared to the other four. You know, they have different style, different directors, different team behind them all together. So naturally they're going to be different. Okay, I want that hot dog. Oh boy, for little enemies, Rubble Troubles. Rubble Troubles? I'm combining Rubble Charge and Double Trouble over here. Regardless of his name, small enemies are definitely for weakness over here. Okay, cool. They're just more agile than I am, is the problem. Luckily, I do have a projectile attack to keep my distance with. Okay, cool. Yeah, much like all the other swappers in this game, Rubble Charge not as good. Much like what I was complaining about with Magnet Charge earlier. But hey, at least our magnets are coming in clutch right now. I'm playing with Swap Force characters more than what I was in Swap Force, it seems. But this is what happens when I have 5 swappers to choose from. The combinations get rather wacky after a while. 25 possible combinations with 5 characters. 5 squared after all. Waiting for other players to get. What other players? I don't see any other players. So just like that, Cal Breaver's Crag has been sending in with. So without further ado, let's roll it outro.
Thank you so much for watching through to the end of this video. I deeply appreciate every last one of you, since it's viewers such as yourself which make these videos possible, and I couldn't do it without all of your unwavering support. If you enjoyed what you just saw, you can click on screen now to watch either my most recent video or a video picked out specifically just for you. You can also access the entire playlist for the video you just watched. I'll be seeing you in the next video, but until that moment arises, peace!